goes up this time against quarterback. As Colombia try to get up the right-hand side with Santiago Arias. Santiago Arias, his first taste of this tournament. 34-year-old. So Néstor Lorenzo not being shy making these changes. Los Cafeteros. Portugal have it. Renato Vega. Vega swaps passes with Ruben Diaz. Looks out to the left-hand side. Nuno Mendes. Back to Vega. Martinez, the man who makes everything tick for Portugal. Renato Vega has it again. On the halfway line, left-hand side is Nuno Mendes. Again, drops, collects the ball of Vega. And Vitinha makes his way across the halfway line. Spins it out to the right-hand side. João Cancelo likes to join in from right back. He moves it on to Pedro Neto. As always, Vitinha is an option. Vitinha goes left to Vega. Moved on to Mendes. Mendes goes for the little 1-2. Nuno Mendes is flattened out on this side. But yes. And it will be a free kick to Portugal. I will keep you up to date with the other game in this group, which is currently live between Congo and Uzbekistan. Third place and a potential qualifying berth for both teams with 3 points, so plenty to play for this evening. This will be the penultimate group to finish. 3 more games later on. Free kick to Portugal. It's not a man in a mug. Santiago Arias with a weird clearance. Kind of put it across the edge of his own box. It dropped to Ruben Neves. Got his shot off yards out, but snatched at it. It's a difficult skill as the ball dropped out the sky from the clearance. And he put it behind for a goal kick. First effort of the evening from the Portuguese, and it's chalked up to Ruben Neves. Half minute. Portuguese support outnumbered. We're making their voice heard. Long ball. Vega has to come across. Covering John Cordoba, just heads the ball out for a throw-in. This is a little chance for Colombia. Throw-in is on the right-hand side, level with the edge of the 6. Gustavo Puerta looks like a long throw man for the Colombians. Puerta launches it into the edge of the box. It's beaten everybody. Vega takes it off the head of his goalkeeper. He has a shooting chance. Still alive. Portugal struggling to get clear, and then eventually it's just hoofed up into the air by Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo gets his first, string it down. Bruno Fernandes tries to switch it over to the right-hand side, and his pass hits Jefferson Lerma and goes out for a throw-in to Portugal right in front of Roberto Martinez dugout. Nice petrol blue suit there for Roberto Martinez tonight. Looks smart. Throwing up the line. João Felix, his last touch is off. The Portuguese number 11 throwing to Colombia in the right back area. Santiago Arias, as I said, making his first appearance in this tournament. This is his 69th appearance. The veteran yet to register a goal for Colombia. This one plays his football for Independiente. Just sitting at right back for Munoz is injured actually. I didn't see reports that he cross. Ball into the penalty area. Back to Pedro Neto, couldn't reach it. Applauds the intention of just swung the cross in, but Pedro Neto just caught underneath it a little bit. To Colombia. So a great start. Both a little 1 foot over the bar from Cordoba. A right-footed shot wide from Neves. Now then, that's got to be a foul. It's got away with it though, as Cordoba played an advantage, but the area. I think it was a shot. It was a shot from James Rodriguez, the Colombian captain, all the way across the face of goal. Struck it well enough. I tell you what, Renato Vega's lucky there because John Cordoba had got the wrong side of him. Vega was wrestling him back. Had the game been stopped, I think it would definitely have been a yellow card. But the referee played the advantage and Vega's got away with it. Long ball forward. It's picked up by Portugal, 25 yards out. Fernandez finds a good ball to Cancelo if he can keep it in. He can do. Over by the right-hand corner flag. João Cancelo. Back to Neto. Vitinha. 25 yards from goal, right-hand side. A little bit of misunderstanding there. Ruben Neves tried to slide the ball down the line towards Pedro Neto, but shouts his frustration to the sky as it was overhit and is rolled out for a goal kick to Colombia. Colombia were quarter-finalists in this back in 2014, their best performance. Only their 7th appearance. I feel like as a seasoned watcher of this tournament, Colombia were there all the time, but first tournament was 1962 and they didn't qualify until 1990 after that. Nuno Mendes goes down the left-hand side and will win a corner, first corner of the game here. Oh, he's given a goal kick. John Arias got the touch. Nuno Mendes thought it was a corner. I think those supporters behind the goal did too. It's one of those situations that the VAR could not overturn. Let's have a little look at the replay. Actually, the referee is spot on. Mr. Fagani. I saw him do a game earlier in the tour. I can't remember which game it was, but he was excellent. It was Ali Reza Fagani. Ball is back with the goalkeeper. Into the centre circle come Colombia. Luis Diaz. He looks really sharp in the 2 Colombian wins so far. Has a goal and an assist in him so far. Tight play from Colombia. Ariel here getting on the overlap. Renato Vega just swings the left leg at it. High into the Miami sky. Vitinha gets it down. He doesn't want any part of the ball 50 yards up in the air. The PSG man. Portugal have it back in safe possession with Nuno Mendes. Moved on twice to Ruben Diaz. Diaz into Vitinha, a little triangle out to Vega. Just 10 yards inside their own half. Ruben Neves. Left hand side is Mendes. There has been a goal in the other game and it's underdogs who take the lead. Uzbekistan lead. DR Congo 0, Uzbekistan 1. Bruno Fernandes is going to pull the trigger from 25 yards out. Didn't really catch it. Went a long way past the right-hand post of Camilo Vargas. Bruno Fernandes has picked up 1 assist so far in this tournament. Got assist in that 5-0 win against seeing the Uzbekistan goal on the monitor. Oh, it's a great goal as well. Left-footed lob from Shomurodov. Shomurodov was the Uzbekistan name on everybody's lips coming into this one. He's justified that chat with the opening goal in Group K tonight. Where here it's Colombia 0, Portugal 0. 1 goal forward by Colombia. It's picked up in the centre circle by Lerma. Lerma's always a steadying influence in there. Well, a tricolor. John Arias. Gustavo Puerta out to the left-hand side. Diaz. James Rodriguez trying to pull the strings. Has it, 35 yards out, goes infield to John Arias. Arias moves it on to Santiago Arias. Here comes Davinson Sanchez. Chance, edge of the penalty area. This is good from Colombia. It's moved on to the left-hand side. Shooting opportunity maybe. Luis Diaz with a little drag back. Can't work a shooting opportunity and then spins the ball out to Santiago Arias, who keeps it in. Cross is blocked by Nuno Mendes. Collected by Lerma. Back to Arias. Arias has got an option square. Uses it. It's Puerta. Puerta might consider a shot here. Gustavo Puerta gets an effort off. Does like a shot, does Gustavo Puerta. He's had plenty in this tournament. And a lot of them, very much like that, have not ended up near the goal. That one's left-footed and slicing away from the goal from the minute it left his boot. He's 22 years of age, Gustavo Puerta, has caught the eye in the opening 2 games of this tournament for Colombia. And he plays for Racing Santander in La Liga in Spain. Renato Vega plays a good ball out to the right-hand side. Portugal with the overlapping run now. Neto has it. Here comes out Cancelo on the overlap. Pulled back toward, looking for Ronaldo, but dealt with by John Lukumi. Won back by Renato Vega. Vitinha turns, finds Nuno Mendes. Left-hand side, back into Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes for Ruben Neves, and now the right-hand side, Neto. Vitinha. Portugal's trying to move the Colombians around. Craft an opportunity. João Felix. 25 yards out, left of centre. Mendes back to Bruno Fernandes. Vega. Portugal have slowed this down to a walking pace here in the Miami Heat. Ruben Diaz shifts it right to João Cancelo. Moved on to Pedro Neto, left-footed cross towards the back post. Arias with a really good defensive header. Santiago Arias has allowed John Arias to bring it away for Colombia. Renato Vega gets in front to win the header. That's a little back heel from Ronaldo. And again, it's well dealt with by the Colombian defence. John Arias suddenly burst the pace. Colombia on the attack. John Cordoba, right-hand side into the penalty area. This is a chance for Cordoba. Great save. Somehow no one's got on the rebound. It's still alive. Luis Diaz deflection corner. 2 chances for Colombia. Best save of the game from Diogo Costa. John Cordoba caught that really well. Just out-muscled the defender, Cordoba. And then from about 14 yards out, that's a superb stop from Diogo Costa. Fingertips, strong right hand. That could easily have gone through him and in. Luis Diaz and Gustavo Puerto waiting for the rebound, couldn't quite get there. Luis Diaz eventually got a shot off. It's gone out for a corner kick. First corner kick for the Colombians. Taken short to John Arias. Swings it in towards the back post. Keeper punches clear. It's a good ball in. Davinson Sanchez shoots from about 50 yards out. And eventually the flag goes up for an offside. Offside given, I think, when John Arias put that cross-come shot in that Diogo Costa punched away. Davinson Sanchez, who was closest to the keeper, he was deemed to be offside. Portugal come forward, right hand side. Open game this, 18 minutes gone, no goals, but decent chances at both ends. Colombia have had 6 attempts so far, 1 on target. 2 from the Portuguese. Yet to register 1 on Camilo Vargas's goal. Foul is given. Nuno Mendes doesn't think the foul's been given. He wants to take the throw-in. But Mr. Figani disagrees, and it's a throw-in. A free kick, sorry, to Colombia. Or is it? Might be a throw-in. There's a little bit of shenanigans now. Daniel Munoz is sitting too close to the pitch, the Colombian substitute. We've seen quite a lot of players, so the dugouts are kind of big enough to hold the entire squad. There's been a lot of players sitting with their legs outstretched on the grass, and Munoz has been told that he's got to move by the referee. This time John Arias wants a free kick, and he's not going to get one. This tournament has been refereed with quite a light touch, pretty much in its entirety. And tonight looks no different. Vitinha just outside the centre circle, in possession for Portugal. Move it across the back 4 from Vega onto Nuno Mendes. Good ball down this left hand side. Felix tries to get a cross in. Sanchez blocks the cross, then hacks it clear. Puerto with a challenge. Sanchez, Jefferson Lerma challenge. Lerma clears it away. Santiago Arias finds John Arias. He loses possession. Good footwork from João Felix. A little L-turn and a drag back, and he finds Mendes. Ruben Neves has it. 40 yards out, left of centre. Good pressure from the Portuguese. James Rodriguez there was chasing down. Belayan is 34 years of age. James Rodriguez not yet registered a goal or assist in this tournament. Little 1-2 there between Bruno Fernandes and João Felix, but too much on the return pass through to the goalkeeper Camilo Vargas, and we are 21 minutes into this one in Group K. It is Colombia 0, Portugal 0. This is studio-based off-tube commentary. DR Congo have levelled it up again. So it is as you were. DR Congo 1, Uzbekistan 1. Colombia have the opportunity. Now, John Arias into the box. Shot. Oh, it's off the line. I think that was just going to squeeze in the far corner. Ruben Neves has got back. cleared it off the line, head in hands from John Arias. He thought he'd scored there for Colombia. Colombia looked the more dangerous. A little slide rule pass through from Rodriguez. Rodriguez is chasing down. Eventually he has to give up as Coutinho runs a little circle around him. Long ball forward. Just too long. That came out for Colombia Vargas and probably could have picked that up. He was in his box but decided to swing a left leg at it. Put it out for a throw-in. Coutinho. Ronaldo's dropped. He barely mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo's name here. He's drawn a foul. And I think we'll probably be calling his name as this is very much Cristiano Ronaldo territory. Just on the outer limits maybe of shooting range. John Arias who fouled Cristiano Ronaldo. And there's only one possible outcome, I think. Although we saw a couple of fairly inventive free kick routines from Roberto Martinez's side against Uzbekistan in particular. This has got to be 36 yards out, I reckon. Pretty centre, pretty central. Colombia have held their line on the edge of the penalty area. Bruno Fernandes and Pedro Neto are over the three-man wall. And Ronaldo strikes it. One bounce into the chest of Camilo Vargas. Good hit from Ronaldo. But fairly tricky. It's an effort on target. Colombia on the break. John Cordoba, good centre forward. Holds the ball up and then turns. Keeps possession for his team. James Rodriguez swings it out to the left-hand side and the danger man Luis Diaz. Rodriguez out to John Arias. John Arias had support from Santiago Arias, but then just played in behind him, slightly wasteful that time from the ex-Wolves man. Cordoba started well. I haven't been particularly impressed from Luis Suarez. I think he'll be disappointed with his contribution in the opening two games for Colombia. As we go to the hydration break here. Watched a lot of Luis Suarez in the Champions League for Sporting Lisbon last year. I was expecting him to have a big impact on this tournament, but not so far. And then the shoulder injury tonight has kept him out of this one. So John Cordoba looking to seize his moment. He's had a couple of efforts on goal already. The header that went over the top. And then a really good save from Diogo Costa. One 1 at the quarter mark in this other Group K game. Shomurodov putting Uzbekistan in front. And Mbuku got the equaliser for DR Congo. Colombia have played 24 games in this tournament without a 0-0 draw, so hopefully that doesn't jinx it and we'll see some goals here this evening. Colombia were third in the South American qualification section, always a really tricky section. There's no easy games in that, it's just one big arduous league that they have to play. Colombia finished in third place in that they won 7, drew 7 and lost 4 of their games, so they didn't win a ton, but they were very, very hard to beat. Portugal dominated their section. In Europe, Hungary, Republic of Ireland, Armenia, who were beaten 9-0, were among the opponents in that one. A couple of games later on that will finish the final 2 games of this group stage. Will come in Group J. And they are Argentina against Jordan. And then the fascinating one, which everyone has got their own conspiracy theory around, which is Austria and Algeria, where both teams can go through with the point. Austria don't really want to win, because that'll give them a round of 32 game against Spain. So what happens in that is anybody's guess. They might just play a normal game of football. Ironic, after, if any of you were around my age, you might remember the disgrace of Dijon back in 1982, when West Germany and Austria conspired to contrive a draw, which eliminated Algeria from the tournament. Well, Algeria and Austria get a chance to do the same tonight. Hydration break is done. We are all fully hydrated. We're going to restart with the throw in to Colombia, level with the edge of the penalty area, right hand side. Santiago Arias. Into the feet of John Arias. Gustavo Puerta picks a cross out, but it was a pretty aimless one. It was easily cleared by Pedro Neto. Arias wins it back though for Colombia. Puerta. Out to the left hand side and Luis Diaz. Jefferson Lerma. Lerma goes out to David Machado. I haven't mentioned David Machado. He's making his tournament bow in this one. Another change, a 32-year-old. Also based in Europe. He plays for Nantes. He's replaced Johan Mejica at left back. On the attack over on that far side, here he is, David Machado. Happy to allow Luis Diaz to take over. Luis Diaz. Puerta's wide, Jefferson Lerma, 25 yards out, fairly central. Davinson Sanchez finds Santiago Arias, shaped across. Changed his mind, plays it towards the feet of James Rodriguez. It was a difficult pass. It was easily read by the Portuguese defenders, who clear. And Colombia will have to start again. Back with the goalkeeper Vargas. I'd say Colombia have just about edged it so far. Territory possession. Certainly the chances. Diego Costa's made by far the best save of the game. John Arias. Out to Santiago Arias. Into the feet of James Rodriguez. Good spell this from Colombia. Portugal struggling to get hold of the ball. Down the line for Rodriguez. Rodriguez wants a corner, doesn't get one. He's pleaded with the assistant, and now he's going to get a corner. Someone's tipped him off. Renato Vega looked particularly guilty as he got away. Let me have a look. Yeah, that has just come off Renato Vega. James Rodriguez was right. Now the referee is getting some stick off Bruno Fernandes. He was asking him why they changed their mind. The decision was correct though. It is a corner. No, it isn't. Oh my days. This one's been overturned. So the assistant with the flag is the man who came out looking best from all of that. He gave the goal kick in the first place, before James Rodriguez shamed the referee. I've seen the replay. I think it was a corner, but anyway. Cristiano Ronaldo was a mile offside. They'll allow him to get his shot off. Saved by the goalkeeper. Then the flag goes up. Cristiano Ronaldo, who became the first player to score in 6 of these global tournaments. with those goals last time out against Uzbekistan. 10 goals now in 24 matches across those 6 competitions. I was looking at the stats before the game, just trying to get a little bit of information, and the amount of caps Ronaldo has won just makes you laugh. 230 caps. It's an astonishingly high number. Portugal on the attack, right hand side. João Cancelo on the overlap. It's probably offside. The ball never made it to him, and in the end Milo Vargas has just launched it up in the air. Strong challenge, far too strong from Ruben Diaz. Came right over the top of James Rodriguez. Steamrolled him. James Rodriguez has stayed down. Ruben Diaz is pleading his case, but I think he probably knew what he was doing there, Ruben Diaz. Clumsy might be the most polite way of putting that. And it will be a free kick to Colombia. 15 yards inside their own half, left of centre. 33 minutes on the clock here. Colombia 0, Portugal 0. Congo 1, Uzbekistan 1 in the other game. So nothing has changed as yet. Colombia will face Ghana. Portugal will face Croatia as it stands. Colombia on the attack. Left hand side. Arias picks it up. Moves it on to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz has got support from John Arias into the near post. Cordoba couldn't get there. David Machado was arriving at the back post from left back. It was cleared away by João Cancelo, who was alert to the danger. Cordoba has definitely occupied these two Portuguese centre-backs. More of an old-fashioned type of centre-forward, John Cordoba. Man who plays his football for Krasnodar. Just the big man up top. In Russia. Seeing the replay of that low cross from Arias. And Ruben Diaz took a little bit of a risk there. Did have a handful of John Cordoba's shade, but released it in time. Colombia again, weaving the more intricate patterns of the two sides in possession. David Machado. Jefferson Lerma drops deep to collect for the Colombians. Davinson Sanchez has no option forward, was closed down by Bruno Fernandes, so just turns on his heels, gives it back to Camilo Vargas. It's hard to believe that this is the first competitive meeting of these two. Once before in 2014, a 0-0 draw. So that possibly can't happen again. Colombia, the 2001 Copa America champions. Long ball forward, Cordoba is flattened again, this time by Renato Vega. And it's very obvious that the Portuguese central defenders are not comfortable against John Cordoba. Renato Vega's sort of went in with a little bit of everything through the back of John Cordoba, and a free kick to Colombia. 40 yards out, right of centre. Taken quickly. Spun out to Arias. Now then, Fernandes, that's a good ball. John Arias into the penalty area. Cross is poor. Far too close to Diogo Costa, the goalkeeper. Good position that from John Arias. Should have done better. Colombia still asking more questions of this Portuguese defence. Diogo Costa has it at his feet. Poor clearance. Gets away with it. Has hit his header in the direction of Luis Diaz, was cleared. Luis Diaz is going to get it now though, over by the left-hand corner flag. Cross in, or it's over the head of everybody. James Rodriguez and Cordoba just stand and look at each other on the edge of the 6-yard box. They can't believe that one of them hasn't won that. Portugal eventually can bring it clear, and maybe now they can make some forward progress. On the right hand side, here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Support from Neto. Crossing towards the penalty spot. Davinson Sanchez with a header. Vitinha strikes the shot. Hacked up in the air by Puerta. Out onto the right hand side again for Cancelo. Dinks the cross in. But this is over the top of everybody. And it's one bounce and out for a goal kick to Colombia. 38 minutes have elapsed in Miami. The noise from the Colombian supporters has not abated one iota since kick-off. Colombia have had the better of this so far. Colombia 0. Portugal 0. Davinson Sanchez. 0.58 XG for Colombia on those chances. 0.05 for the Portuguese. He has a chance though. Oh, what a save. Unbelievable save. It's bouncing around. Portugal want a penalty for handball. They're not going to get one. Still alive. Left hand side. Crossed in. This time it's cleared away by Lukumi. Great save from Camilo Vargas in there. Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes. Little 1-2. Ronaldo. Nuno Mendes. It's tight on the edge of the penalty area. Vitinha. Ruben Neves with a shot. Oh my word, it's not far away at all. Ruben Neves wants a corner. He thinks the goalkeeper saved it. I'm not sure. We'll have a little look now. It's a great strike from Ruben Neves. The goalkeeper is nowhere near that. Let's have a look at this early save from Camilo Vargas. Cross comes in right hand side. Oh, he's only 80 yards out. Bruno Fernandes has to score. Takes a touch, then just hits it straight at the keeper. By the way, what an astonishing save from Camilo Vargas. Right arm in the air, strong right hand. We saw Diogo Costa with a strong right hand earlier on. That's just as impressive from Camilo Vargas. Two really good saves in this one. And this time it was Bruno Fernandes, the man who was thwarted. Couldn't put Portugal ahead. Big chance, biggest chance of the game. Bruno Fernandes throws his arms up in the air to despair as the referee gives a free kick against João Felix. An update from the other game, by the way, the DR Congo equaliser was disallowed. VAR intervened, so that game remains DR Congo 0, Uzbekistan 1. Ball in at the penalty area by Bruno Fernandes. Headed away by Big John Lukumi. Pretty impressive central defensive pairing. Lukumi and Davinson Sanchez. Physical presence. Plenty of experience as well between the two of them. Shot comes in. This time it's just over the top from Portugal. João Felix, I think, is the man who's got the shot off. throwing into the penalty area. João Felix took a touch, was just stretching as he hit the right-footed volley. Camilo Vargas always looked comfortable that one was going over the top of his crossbar. It's a really straightforward effort. It's the throw-in from Nuno Mendes. And then touch and volley from Felix. No score. 3 minutes of the 45 to go here. Colombia 0, Portugal 0. Jefferson Lerma onto Luis Diaz. Lerma has it again. Luis Diaz has really dropped deep here to go and try and find the ball in the central area. Nominally out on the left wing. Gustavo Puerta is out there at the moment. John Arias is in at right back. It's a fluid system the Colombians are playing. A little bit risky there, but picked up by Puerta, who goes out to that left-hand side. James Rodriguez drops deep now to pick the ball up. Lerma's got some space in the centre circle. Lifts his head up. Was looking for the run of Santiago Arias, but then just gives it to Sanchez. Diaz. Diaz has got options. He's gone left. Luis Diaz drops it off to Gustavo Puerta. Loads of space down this right-hand side. Santiago Arias, can he deliver? Chance, Rodriguez shifts, hits, blocked by Renato Vega. Lerma has a shot, Renato Vega clears again. Best chance there was James Rodriguez. It was a poor strike. He's disappointed with the shot. Foul committed by Pedro Neto. Colombia try and take the free kick quickly. They weren't allowed to then get underway the second time. Oh, and a loose touch from Luis Diaz. Jefferson Lerma fizzed the ball into him. He was in between the lines on the half term, Luis Diaz. Couldn't collect it. Ran through to Diogo Costa. Luis Diaz, who just had a wonderful season for Bayern Munich. Every time I watched him, it was an absolute joy, Luis Diaz. Really played with a freedom and expression. It was great to watch. John Lukumi has been penalised for a foul on Cristiano Ronaldo. It's right on the halfway line, over on the right-hand touchline. Into the final minute of the 45 here. Shouldn't be an awful lot of stoppage time, just the hydration break, I reckon. 3 minutes would be my guess. Here come Portugal, but cleared away by Davinson Sanchez. That was a chance to break. James Rodriguez just caught on his heels there. John Arias has won it back. Here's a chance for Colombia. They've got men forward. John Arias, edge of the penalty area. Takes too many touches. Runs into Ronaldo Vega. Keeps hold of the ball and a shot on target is from Gustavo Puerta. Told you we like to get a shot off. That one was a right-footed, side-footed effort from 18 yards out, straight at Diogo Costa. And suddenly it's end-to-end stuff. Portugal attack. Pedro Neto just runs into the defender. Great defending from John Lukumi. Pedro Neto frustrated there. I think with himself, maybe. Luis Diaz comes forward. We are into 3 minutes of stoppage time. Luis Diaz twists, turns. Might have a shot himself. Cuts the neck off it a little bit. Just the former Liverpool man. And it goes 2 yards wide right of Diogo Costa's post. We played 1 minute into 3 added on. It is Colombia 0, Portugal 0. Long ball forward from Costa, who was anxious to get Portugal on the front foot there. Lukumi had time to take it on his chest. Colombia have it. Lerma allows James Rodriguez to take over with a big diagonal out to Luis Diaz. Looked onside towards the edge of the box. Shooting chance. Played in and blocked and cleared away by Vitinho. Now Portugal break. João Felix has got options both ways. Nuno Mendes towards the corner of the box. Back to João Felix. Nuno Mendes. Ronaldo shoots. Blocked by Jefferson Lerma. Ambitious effort from Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, and then a foul. Bit of a cynical one, but they've played advantage here. Colombia on the break. John Cordoba plays it back in field to Davinson Sanchez. Out to the left-hand side, and David Machado. He gives it to Luis Diaz. Last 5 minutes of this half have been absolutely wide open. Bodes well for the second period. James Rodriguez has got a shoot. Good save from the goalkeeper. James Rodriguez tried to curl one. Diego Costa got down to his right-hand side. And now Portugal break. Oh, great pace here from Pedro Neto. Defender does well to get back to him and then tries to find Ronaldo. Really well read by Davinson Sanchez. And I have no idea why this game has suddenly gone balmy in the last 3 minutes. Colombia on the attack. Left-hand side. Luis Diaz. John Arias. James Rodriguez. Colombia need to do something with the ball quick before the half-time whistle goes. And the shot comes in from the edge of the box as the half-time whistle goes. And we have reached the break here in Miami. That's absolutely flown by. Chances at both ends. Both goalkeepers have been called into action, made some really good saves. It's wide open here, but we've got no goals. Join us for the second half, where hopefully we'll get a goal or two to match the quality of the action we've seen. Half time here in Miami in Group K. There's Colombia 0, Portugal 0.
Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok.